Hey, everybody. We are live. I am Haley Gray, and I have got an amazing guest with me here tonight. And we're going to be talking about the WEN Summit, which is happening April 28th, 29th, and 30th. Kim is one of our killer, amazing speakers. And let me just say, I could not be more excited about your topic that you are bringing to the table because we're talking about operations and finance. And people either get really excited when they hear that or they run for the hills because they're like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have to do that anymore.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Haley. Operations, when I saw that this was part of the summit, operations is my background. That's what I did for over 25 years. I was the policy, the procedure person. I was the one who did the budget. Are we doing things within plan? And I'm the one who checked turn, what's happening? How fast are we turning product? Looking at all those things that are affecting our clients. So are we
How much is each client worth? How much did we have to spend to get to client? How much did we do this? How much did we do that? Yes.
There's so many numbers involved, but there's also process and procedure and structure that is straight up boring. And I did that for so long. It was ingrained in me. I could do it in my sleep.
Yeah.
And then you make the shift to entrepreneurship. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, this happens. We get this mindset that I don't have to do it that way anymore. I want freedom. I want to do it my way.
Absolutely, right?
Right. It doesn't work
Total
like
freedom. Amazing.
Yeah, you got freedom to drive yourself crazy because you're trying to figure out all the things that you already know.
Right off the end of a pier. Right. Yeah. All the things that you already know, especially with 25 years of operations experience.
Yep.
You start your own business. It's like, no, I don't have to do any of that crap. That stuff is nonsense.
Mistake. Big, big mistakes. And hopefully I can help someone else prevent them from making those same mistakes. But I told you this before. I felt like I had amnesia, and this is a couple years into it. It's like, and the whole idea is the thing to remember about your habits and your
I remember the look on your face when we had that conversation. It was that mix between holy shit and horror and oh my God, where have I been?
Right, because I would listen to you talk and I'm like, I know this. Why am I not doing this? And the thing is once you fall out of the structure,
right,
you got to rope yourself back in and say, look, there's a reason for the structure. There's a reason why businesses are successful. You're not there to reinvent the wheel unless you had some great idea with something that you're looking to build and promote, but there's still basic structure.
Absolutely.
And freedom is structure. And that is the thing I think that most entrepreneurs don't get.
That's the oxymoron there, right? Right there.
Yes.
The freedom to set your own boundaries, the freedom to make your own decisions, the freedom to succeed, the freedom to fail, or drive yourself right off the end of a pier, driving yourself nuts, trying to do everything.
Yep. Is in the structure.
Yeah.
And when you follow the plan, you're not spending all this time trying to figure out the plan that you already know. And it's so frustrating. I would get to the end of the day and feel like I worked so hard today. What did I do? What did I do? Well, because I wasn't working within a structure.
Right.
It's almost like there's fire on my seat, and I sit here and it's like, oh, I've been here too long. It's too hot. I need to move. Let's go do something different. It doesn't work that way.
The problem with entrepreneurship is not the lack of $1 million ideas.
Right. It's the execution.
And the habits and the mindset and the ability to focus long enough to hit that $1 million idea.
Well, and the other thing is reaching out for help and asking other people, because you might have worked for a company for a long time, like I did, but there was structure in place when you came there. I just worked to help improve the structure, but there still was a foundation that I had to adhere to.
Yeah.
And you still need that foundation in your own business. And sometimes, like for me, what I've learned is that trying to do too many things in a day is very inefficient for me as a person. The way my brain works, I can't stop and start like that.
No.
So I've learned to do larger blocks. I'll do 2 to 4 hours. I'll sit here for 4 hours and just work my tail off and get so much done rather than an hour here and an hour there. And no, for me, that's way too distracting. And so it's finding the system too that works for you because you're doing it all.
Well, and finding, not just the system that works for you, but like figuring out how your brain works and leveraging the how your brain works so that you can build the habits and the systems and the processes around that business. Because one of the secrets that nobody tells you is that it's not about getting clients. Once you've gotten past the first few clients, you start to kind of have like a pipeline and you start to kind of have a network and you start to get referrals. But if you can't handle the clients you're getting, then you're not going to get more clients. But if you can help the clients you're getting, then you're going to get more clients. But that starts to boil down to operations and systems and processes, which is where I've spent the last 3 years of my business, is literally refining and upgrading. And every time I upgrade, my business goes to that next level, and then I have to catch up, and then it, I upgrade, and then it goes to the next level, and then I upgrade again.
And it's not just a straight shot.
Oh, I wish.
There's
kind of like a roller coaster.
It's like you get a few steps and you got to slide back a little, but you never go back to where you started unless you quit. But it's also understanding that it doesn't happen overnight. There is a time frame in this, and you hear so much stuff on social media about, oh, it's this easy, just do this, invest in that, and it doesn't work like that. You have to put in the foundation, and then you have to put in the consistent work.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to do that, then it's going to be a constant battle.
Yeah.
Even more than what it already is.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And I feel like, one of the things that I don't ever want to sell people is it's going to be the fast, the easy, the simple solution. Boom. We're going to put this 3-step process in place and you're going to make $1 million. Well, I could tell you, start a Facebook group, grow it to 50, 60,000 people, and you'll make $1 million.
And then what? How? Can you tell me how?
Oh, I can tell you how to do it, but you probably want to shoot me by the time we're done. Right? I have a very simple, repeatable process. But I mean, the reality is that for many people, it may not work for your niche. It may not work for your message. It may not work for your branding. It may not work for the number of hours you have in a day. Like if you're working a day job and you're trying to build a business on the side, doing what I did would be suicidal, like borderline, crazy making. And I mean, I think it's that like really understanding your time, your effort, your energy, your brain, your mind, your capacity, all of it.
And do you really want that?
Well, that's an interesting question now, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think we're influenced by what we see. And I had someone tell me this, and this is something that I wish I would have known years ago. And if anyone can hear this, then great. If you work for someone and you're miserable, you don't like it there, you got two choices. Either decide that you're there for a purpose and enjoy the time you're there and contribute the best you can, or decide that it's time to move on. But we sit in this place of being, and I did this for years, of not being happy and then pull the trigger on something new without a plan. It's a whole different world. And the same, entrepreneurship is not easy. It's a passion, it's a drive, it's something that you want to make a difference for yourself and for others. But there's a
Right.
lot of work behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so understanding that before you jump ship and having your ducks in order, I can have a whole conversation on that. We could do that another time.
Yeah, we can talk for days on that one. I mean, but seriously, but then it boils down to being selective with your time, your money, your strategies,
Yes.
paying attention to your numbers. Do you know your business numbers?
Mm-hmm.
I'd wager most people probably don't know their business numbers super well.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's reporting. And starting out, you don't have all the systems, so it's manual. Open up an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And, I did it the way that I knew it, assigned like GL codes to certain types of things, had them in columns. That's a whole different than just pushing a button and my report comes out, right? 'Cause someone else put it in. I didn't. Now it's me putting it in, me generating it. And that's part of owning your own business, is doing all that stuff.
Well, and the other interesting thing is, to your point, the part of owning your own business, especially early on, is doing your own stuff, doing your own stunts and your own tricks. Because I think there's also a lot of really bad advice out there about hire early, hire a VA. It's only $5 an hour. It's only $8 an hour. But if you're not making $5 or $8 or $20 an hour, then how are you supposed to pay somebody $5 or $8 an hour to do a task that you don't feel like doing in your business? The numbers don't hold. The numbers don't make sense.
Right. Right. And you hear that all the time. It's like, do what you do best and outsource the rest. Yeah. When you've earned that place to be there, when you're financially
Once you have sales.
Right. When you have that finance coming in, that income coming in, and now you're at that level where you can't handle it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's not the message that's given. It's like, this is easy. Go start your own business, and
it's going to be so easy. You're going to make 6 figures in 6 weeks.
That's everywhere. It's everywhere. You're going to make 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month. I can do this for you in 6 weeks.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a total lie. It is a complete and utter piece of bull hockey.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing about the entrepreneur world is, let's just be fair about it, is like, everyone's trying to make a living. They all are. Everyone's trying to move themselves forward. And so people are trying to do what's best for their business. It doesn't mean it's what's best for your business, and finding those people who want to do what's best for your business as well,
That's
to
hard.
lean into those people. And it is hard to find those people. So you really have to be selective in your interviewing process and understanding, getting references, because this is hard to do alone.
Well, and the other piece too is making investments that are proportionate to where your business is at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And being smart, even as you have more income coming in, even if you're making $20,000 a month, well, it doesn't mean that you pay out $20,000 a month for more stuff. I mean, that's operating at a loss, right? Mm-hmm. So being really smart about what investments you're making in your business and making sure that it makes sense for every stage of your business, whether it's software or hiring people or whatever.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot to learn. And I think it's really important. I know for myself, I generally try to stay within myself. Mm-hmm. And that is not the way down the road. There are so many people who are willing to walk journeys with you, who are willing to share information, get into the networking. Yeah. I know sometimes when you start that networking, it's uncomfortable, and
big time.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And that's why we're doing these summits, honestly. To build those networks, to build those connections, to give you the resources to get the right people in front of you.
Yeah. And it's a great experience. You get all of this great knowledge from all of these people that you can learn from for a very fraction of a little investment.
Yes, seriously. Take them out for a test drive.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's going to be a great summit too.
I can't wait. I am so excited about this. Y'all
Mhm.
grab your tickets if you haven't yet. I mean,
Yes.
we've got so many people starting to register and somebody already registered. I'm really excited. It's going to help your operations. We're going to help your finance. We're going to help you keep more money in your pocket. I love that part.
Yep. Absolutely.
Let's do it. Yay! Thank you, Kim, so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And Kim is one of our amazing speakers, and I cannot wait until the summit in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.